how we can take some of these engagements.
All right, well, we'll see what's in store for us for this second game.
Onslaught and trample off onto the Dazzle, then there's really not much you can do about
Small
it.
adjustment.
Get to see the exciting battle between the mid laners once again with Makoto on the Void Spirit and Thompson on his Invoker. Invoker player who, I mean, he's been known to make some incredible plays, Mr. Thompson, on this hero. Pioneered some of the builds, so we'll see how he's going to be able to shape up. It should be a pretty decent matchup, honestly, between the two. As the game goes on, it's very nice for the Void Spirit. Feels like we're going to be putting a lot of attention onto Thompson this game to make his rotations. Now, I was mentioning he was a bit of a pioneer of some particular Invoker builds, and I'm seeing it treads into a Falcon Blade. I'm yet to see this. Maybe some of the other regions in the qualifiers have pulled this out, but see how this is able to shape out for the Coswex Invoker.
Does mean that you're able to keep up somewhat in scaling though, which is always nice whenever you're an Invoker and you're not going down the Midas route. Wants to be a little bit more brawling oriented, considering that you're playing it with a Venom, you're playing with a Lone Druid, very early timings. Marcy.
Gonna dive Thompson. And Makoto, and he commits with the double ultimate. Makoto's now stuck under the T1 tower. A Remnant will provide a little bit of distance away. A couple more right clicks. And now with a poison touch, but Savage! What a rotation! Makoto clipping 3. They've got Q nearby as well. Talon! They're on the ball in the second game. Even KP says, screw it. I'll come join the mid-team fight as well as Talon. 6-0 start.
But top side, they've left it kind of solo here. Anna, as soon as that happens, just with that Blightstone, the Gloves of Haste, immediately goes into full-on rat mode. He wants to make sure that you're getting something in exchange for this. And free tower taken with just one person. They're going to look to respond with everyone for this. They actually end up canceling the TP. Who was that on? That on top.
Thompson's not going to be here. And now they can just chase down Zephyr. Another
early smoke coming through, just allowing Anna to finish off the road for themselves. Maybe trying to catch them off guard.
Makoto. Tank control has to be ever so perfect, and he's lost mana now, Makoto. So he's still got enough to be able to get the Astral Step away. No way! Thompson Invoker! Oh my lord!
Red like a book. And they know where Savage is as well.
Under attack.
Oh my lord, beautifully done from T1. You get Roche, you get a crazy kill onto the Void Spirit thanks to Thompson's Invoker. This is why you're picking this hero.
Indeed, and they know exactly, like I was saying before, where Savage is. They know he's playing to the right-hand side there. You just need to watch out for any sorts of TPs coming through, but sidekick on a bear that's already life-stealing so much naturally with the Mask of Madness, and now the Desolator, one of the big strengths that they've got. With these towers.
He's going to just charge into the middle. KP. He's with a fresh BKB completed, so we feel strong enough.
Radiant's middle tower has been
Get a T2 tower. Very nicely done for T1. This is a lot of their timing here off the back of the Aegis. They need to continue to play aggressively across the map. You want to fight here though on Talon. You've got a great wall on high ground. KP's just going to look to try and target him with the Venom. Ice Blast following up forward as well. Kuku's going to charge into the middle to at least get the poison over off before they secure the kill. And T1, they can turn it around though if they get a couple lucky roots out, and they will do just that onto the Primal Beast. But towards the northern side, Thompson, he's being caught out. He's in trouble at the moment, but Savage, he doesn't even get the Chrono off. Pump faked it for the first time. The Cold Stat was able to disrupt the second use, and they kill off the Faceless Void. Can they catch up to Makoto though? Into the tree line at perfect timing with the Dissimulate. And we'll have an ultimate charge up shortly, so Makoto should be fine.
Afford to give your life up like that though on Savage. Doesn't have the BKB finish just yet.
They see Makoto under the ward.
Them though. All those charges back up, all cooldowns available.
Daytime.
Quick fingers.
Honestly, maybe if it was still nighttime, we would have been able to get that kill, but coming today at a perfect timing. Hobson, what's he lose? Just the Ogre Axe on the Courier. Goes to...
I can verify a few of those stats.
Top lane, Thompson. Looks like they're going to be able to get the jump onto the Evoker. Zephyr's nearby to maybe gain some bonus movement speed out. The Ice Blast will connect with the global potential thanks to Q. They're going to be able to bring down Thompson's Invoker. And it looks like Hyde will successfully TP out as well and drop some voice lines in the meantime.
Hasta luego, see you later, he says, and well, he even puts up the high five as he makes his great escape. And a good map play coming out from Talon right now, and it's not like they don't really care about going into the super later stages of this game, right? Because Faceless, what do you go into? Do you give the Aghanim Shard over to the Dazzle, or do you give it to the Venomancer just to try and catch them out with the to give them that little bit of an extra stun, you know?
Wait up.
Yeah, I'm actually not quite sure who they give it to, because I think there's even an argument to be made for Thompson to take it. Maybe because it's not too close to the level 20 talent. That extra 80% chaos media damage is a lot. Nice pass from Talon. Makoto's going to be able to jump as well. Ana, he wasn't ready for it. An unsuspecting move from Talon, and they just blow up the lone druid. And that is as soon as Roshan spawns.
Go right on in. They want to take away some of this vision, but Cuckoo is going to do himself fairly well.
They're
Trying to get off high.
Into the river. Look at the alacrity damage coming out from Zephyr, but the Chronosphere clips up to Thompson. He's able to get the protection off. They don't have the damage at the moment thanks to the BKB. Let's see if Thompson's going to be able to continue to run himself away. The respect coming up from Talon. They will not enter the high ground. Instead, they're going to deal with the heroes that are still caught outside of the river. Zephyr is able to jump on forward, but Cuckoo, he doesn't have this capability. They should be able to chase him down. The onslaught into the middle, but
what a tornado.
As Thompson breaks the combination. As T1, they've successfully avoided that attempt. What a...
Spirit Bear that should not be named.
They again complete the bear. They need to protect him. They're going to do just that. The jump with the KP. And he's gone.
He couldn't be KB.
No opportunities now. Hyde, he's also getting chased down by the bear. It's going to be able to slow it down for the moment. The tier 3's already been melted. Is into the middle. The Enchantress posturing aggressively. Makoto's going to look to find some time, but Savage in the back gets the Kono onto 3. It's on the saving support as well. There's going to be no grave to keep them alive. As Savage, he can now try and deal with Cuckoo. A 4-star into the tree line, but it's not enough. As Savage now, he'll turn his attention towards the lone druid off the back of the respawn. Arna's got nothing to keep him healthy. As Talon, what an incredible high ground defense. They say screw.
Able to drop that and the pipe as these initiations are coming in on Savage, but
they're gonna try and hide. With the damage coming through to the meatball as well, they're secure the kill, but Savage, he gets a corner to get down with the cause. Silence as well. They'll click onto Arna. They haven't been able to blow anyone throughout the ultimate, so maybe they're gonna be cautious here on Talon if they want to stick around. KP, a lot of damage out of the pulverize, gonna try and chase him down, but down to the south side. Thompson, they'll secure the kill onto the support, but they're still gonna be cautious here. Thompson will be able to reposition thanks to the bonus movement speed. The Deafening Blast will push back the Faceless Void as well. Savage, he doesn't want to let them go for free. Another time walk on forward. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up. I don't see you ring this, Thompson. What shenanigans are you up to here? How can you pull out of the hat to try and kill off the Faceless Void? And well, he won't even stick around to make the attempt. With the ultimate on cooldown for the Marcy, they will be lacking the damage. So another kill for 23 Savage.
Illusion.
I want to see the replay, but I want to keep my eyes on this bottom lane just because Faceless Void still hanging around the area. But if we do get a chance to replay, maybe now if we can, I also want you to put your eyes onto Makoto. They don't hit the true map control, or maybe they will. I mean, Zephyr's backing him up just for the sidekick to be able to enable a little bit more of that burst damage, and play coming down here from Q, trying to delay things out as much as he can. Get a pick off on.
Look at the instant TPs. Gonna get out. Zephyr's like, I'm gonna have to find jobs just to get the tier 3 tower, but Savage, his job is trying to catch up to the bear. Find the slow. He's gonna get the bash as well. But the Savage roll will get some distance away. Instant smoke out of Talon though. We've got a 4-on-4 across the map. They do see T1 in the river.
Out. I don't know if you want to go for this without your Void Spirit. He is such a key impact in terms of what it means for controlling the Dazzle and the backlines if the Chronos aren't perfect. And playing well so far, Savage, but I don't think you could put that much pressure onto him.
Just
Aren't wanting to wait until it has enough time to have a true impact of Thompson. I think that buyback just to be able to get back into this and be able to quickly close in enough. AP has the BKB to be able to play around with. Is he going to be quick enough though? He'll get a charge coming through.
nice blast, charging as well. KP to the shot. He's got it. The Aegis as well. He's snagged up the Aegis and Immortal. Now Makoto's going to jump into the middle. They need to keep Thompson alive.
They've got every
should be able to step up to the high ground thanks to the Ghost Walk, and he's okay. Can they set themselves up for round 2 though on T1? The Bear, priority number 1. They'll drag it back with the Remnant. The damage is stacking up for high, but it's not enough to get the summon. And in fact, Ana's going to look to TP out the Bear for the use of the Pulverize. It'll keep it locked into the middle of the team fight. Down goes Ana's Bear. They'll get rid of Zephyr as well.
No Bear for 95 seconds. They know this as well. They're just going to be able to move on forward. Not
It would be crazy if they're going to be able to hold the base here. And that is difficult now because you're going into a Lotus Orb onto KP.
Radiant structures are
Protect himself if he wants to charge in. Thompson, that's an aggressive blink. He's forced to pop a BKB as well. Thompson's in trouble. Ice blast into the middle. The Green's not going to do
Silence
anything.
again.
Silence to the northern side. They get on top of the Dazzle. Thompson's down without a buyback. And Talon, I think they've done it. Onto Cuckoo next. No space as Talon. They'll take over T1 territory. Your base is now mine.
has fallen.
Oh, yes, it is. Not even bothering to go for the rack. Straight tier 4, says Savage. Might be... Yeah, time walks back. It's the PTSD coming from previous qualifiers all the way back at TI9. He got all the way to Game 5 to be able to go to TI. He doesn't want to give it up again in a similar sort of fashion. Going for the safer play, but with no buybacks being expended, they're just going to want to go on forward. It's going to be all up to Zephyr and Ana to be able to defend this, bringing it to a Game 3. But that's what they can do it.
Attempt. Bye-bye, Zephyr. He's got a buyback.
Another chrono.
Another round of the chrono. And this time, it's onto the real hero. Onto Ana, the fount of the fountain. Now they'll go for Zephyr as well. And why not fountain dive against some players who are well known for